Hello guys, this is Ali, and in today's video I'm going to be doing a review of the Moza Air 2. I'm going to show you some test footage and I'm going to give you my thoughts on it versus other gimbals in the market, and also I'm going to announce the winner of the giveaway, so stay tuned for that one as well. So this is essentially the gimbal, as you can see here. It's a bit taller than most gimbals that I've been using recently. As you can see, I can barely fit it in the frame, and at the moment I have a 35mm lens on a super 35mm sensor, so it's the equivalent of 50mm on fill frame. But yeah, you can see that it's a bit taller. Build quality is solid. Actually feels a bit more solid than other gimbals that I've used. There is a lock at the back which locks the roll axis, which is kind of handy, but I wish it had the other locks on all three axes, just like the Crane 3, for example. That feature alone I really dig, because it's really useful when you're kind of moving around and going from one location to the next location. So the battery life on this is 16 hours, and that's great. It's a lot of time, and it takes 4 batteries that go into this grip, which kind of looks a bit similar to the Ronin S and the way it works. And you switch it on from here, like so, and the gimbal is just come on. At the moment I have the 1DX Mark II with the Loawa 12mm lens on it, and you can actually power your accessories, let's say monitors, through this port here, so you can use that juice to run other accessories that you may have. Payload is 4.2 kilograms, which is somewhat similar to the Crane 3. So in terms of the modes, it has your usual follow mode, pan follow mode, tilt follow, lock mode where you lock all the axes, and your 360 mode, or what they call inception mode, and that's great. Your follow focus is on the side, and you can use that to change focus for certain cameras, and I'd suggest you check their website to see which cameras are compatible with this one. A great thing about this gimbal is that it has calibration mode built in, so just by holding the function button on the right, it does this thing where it starts auto-calibrating the gimbal for you depending on what sort of payload you have on it. So that's great that you don't have to connect through an app and try and do that. And the same applies to your settings. You can change all of your settings, tweak all of the settings within the gimbal. And again, that's a great feature to have. Obviously it has the lower angled motor at the back, so you can see your screen nicely, and that's kind of becoming the more standard for gimbals these days, and it's a great addition. Now I'm going to show you some test footage. I shot a lot on a 35mm lens and a 12mm lens. I'm not going to apply any stabilization to it. There's no slow motion. It's all real time, so you can see how it performed. Now, I've used a lot of gimbals, and this one really has performed really well. I have no complaints. In fact, it has a very similar feel to using like a Steadicam, which is really strange for a gimbal. I've not really had a gimbal where it feels like you're using a Steadicam. I don't know if they've done this deliberately or if it was, you know, a performance thing, but it does kind of feel like it's on a Steadicam rather than a gimbal. So that's really interesting. Yeah, so the footage is smooth enough. Just like any other gimbal in the market out there, you want to make sure that you've balanced it right, because that will affect how smooth the footage is. The value of the gimbal is really good. So it's £560 in the UK, which works out about $600 in the US just for the gimbal. So without a case, without anything to carry it with, just the box that it comes with. And this is the box that it came with here. So you could, in theory, take this out with you, which is basically what I did, but it's not ideal that it doesn't come with a case included. Like I said, in terms of the size, the Crane 3 is way more compact than the Moza Air 2, and it just fits really easily into my hands. This is sort of shorter, more compact, and it has a similar payload. It's a bit lighter. The Moza Air 2 is 1.6 kilograms. Going into low mode was fairly easy and quick to do. Sort of very similar to the Crane 3. You can just sort of pick the camera up and you're good to go. Another cool feature that the Moza Air 2 has is that you can set your follow focus to control your roll. So you can roll the camera like so. So that's a pretty nice feature to have, something is somewhat unique to this gimbal. Now, just for a minute, I wanted to say a huge thank you to everyone who got involved in the giveaway that I did recently, and I wanted to announce the giveaway winner. I did a random draw, which picked up a random name, and really excited about doing more giveaways in the future. But basically, the winner of this giveaway is Ben Ward. Congratulations, Ben, and make sure you're always sort of tuned in, because I'm definitely doing more of these giveaways considering how popular the last one was. Cool. Now, moving on with the review, I'm just going to give you my final thoughts. I think it's a great gimbal. It's great value for money. If you have a case or a Peli case or a camera backpack where you can fit this easily and you're not bothered about having a case, then yeah, this is really good value for money. Do I think it's worth the money? Yes, I think it's a good gimbal. I think it performed really well. It held the 1DX2 very easily. Okay guys, let me know if you want to see any test footage of the C200 on the Moza Air 2, and let me know if you have any questions. And if you're new here, hit that like and subscribe button. And yeah, as always, stay creative, and I'll see you in the next one.